بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسول الكريم أما بعد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has put instruments to measure time. لِتَعْلَمُوا عَدَدَ السِّنِينَ وَالْحِسَابِ. You know, how many days, how many months, and how many years. So that the humankind take care that the number of years, the number of days are limited on this earth, and fill them with good actions. So our main objective down here is to make the ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the masnoon dua of Rasulullah alayhi wa sallam, that Rasulullah alayhi wa sallam has said, وَلَا تَجْعَلِ الدُّنْيَا أَكْبَرَ هَمِّنَا. And don't make this dunya become the most of our focus. Don't make this dunya most of our focus, most of our attention, most of our investment. وَلَا تَجْعَلِ الدُّنْيا أَكْبَرَ هَمِّنَا. That most of our fikr and our worry is about this dunya. Oh Allah, don't make it like that. So what should be our focus should be akhirah. Al-kayyisu man dana nafsahu wa amila lima ba'da al-maut. One intelligent is one who controls himself, and he take account of what he's doing in this life, that is value his time and all that, and also he's investing for akhirah after his death. So that is why time is important. And every sector of time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made some places farz, obligatory, compulsory for us to remember Him. And that is why in every sphere of time, for example, before the sunrise, now when the sun has reached its zenith, that is zawal, istiwa, after that. And now when the sun has gone down, like, to shadow length, and when the sun has set, and now it's completely dark, it's night. So all these times is 5 times Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made compulsory that these time spheres you have to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is why the salah is farz, is compulsory. وَأَقِمِ الصَّلَاةَ لِذِكْرِي. And establish salah to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this time sphere that we have, day and night, they have compulsory time for us to make sajda of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and remember Him, And also, outside these times, or before or after these times, then remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So your tasbih Fatimi we have, our adhkar, Rasul said, I make, more, 7 times, of istighfar. He is ma'asum. He is big guna, he has no guna. And yet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered him, wastaghfir. Seek the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In fact, for seeking the forgiveness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not only for sins, it is to perfection and to make to beautify our actions, that we ask forgiveness and be humble to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So all these spheres of times, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to remember Him. So that is why in this dunya we are here to pray of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these 5 times, this is compulsory. رِجَالُ اللَّهِ تُلْهِيهِمْ تِجَارَةٌ وَلَا بَيْعٌ عَنْ ذِكْرِ اللَّهِ وَإِقَامِ الصَّلَاةِ وَإِيتَاءِ الزَّكَاةِ. That, these people, they have their dunyawi occupation, their profession, Some people, they think, we go tawakkul ala Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and we don't work. No, this is against the sunnah. This is against the sharia. This is farida. After these 5 salah, faridatun ba'da al-farida, is an obligation after these obligations of sharia, is you have to look for halal rozi, halal sustenance. So you need to do that, but you shouldn't be وَلَا تَجْعَلِ الدُّنْيَا أَكْبَرَ هَمِّنَا. We're doing it just for the sake that Allah Ta'ala has ordained so. That the Sahaba, they had professions. Hazrat Abu Bakr As-Siddiq on that Wednesday morning, he was Khalifa. He was going there. He was going to the marketplace. They stopped him. You're going to stay here. You're going to, who's going to look after the issues of the Muslims? Who's going to make judgment? Who's going to sit and make fikr? Who's Jamaat and Jihad and who's going to progress the Deen of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala, territories of of Islam, the Islamic Empire? So Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam was there. He wasn't working, and you Khalifa, you taking his place. Now you shouldn't be working. So then they fixed a salary from Baytul Mal for him. Now I'm listening to that man there in India. He's saying that ulama shouldn't take money, shouldn't take salaries. The first Khalifa, Hazrat Abu Bakr As-Siddiq, that was ijma' between the Sahaba, Umar and everyone, that he is going to take salary. And this is almost the first ijma' after Khilafah. So who are you? Just sitting there and just implementing new things in your mind and trying to become distinctive. The Sharia, you put your steps where you see other people's steps. Sirat al-Mustaqim is a road that was already taken from before, from the Sahaba, from the Tabi'is, coming to us. Those who want to be distinctive, no, I'm following Quran and Sunnah. I'm not following any madhab. I am, yes, this shouldn't be like that. Ulama shouldn't be working, taking salaries and all that. They should be working, doing business and what. Then you are, you distancing yourself from this road of Sirat al-Mustaqim. So definitely you'll meet an accident. So when you're not on the straight road, you'll meet an accident. And when you're stepping on this road, you'll see, I can see the traces of our forefathers, our elders, our great ulama, and we can see on that bit. So what I'm saying here is that the time that is going to be used for the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we're going to pay you for that, right? So but his focus was for akhirah, right? And that is why we should try to see our day and our night, that our main focus should be akhirah. And also try to seek for the halal sustenance in between. That is why Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, in small time in the morning, وَاسْتَعِنُوا بِالْخَدْوَةِ وَالرَّوْحَةِ, a small time after Asr, after Fajr, وَشَيْءٌ مِنَ الدُّلْجَةِ, and a very small time in Tahajjud time. So then inshallah ta'ala you'll reach your destination of Jannah. So in between you go for your rozi, your sustenance, and also look after your family. We talked yesterday about looking after yourself, your family, and you're making the ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what I'm saying here is that this is the deen that has been established from before. We are not going to instate and invent and want to attract attention on new items and new wordings and new extrapolations. No, we're going to follow what has been established, and this is the beauty of this deen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to redress whoever want to digress from this road, whoever want to dwarf from this road. Allah Ta'ala is going to put again the Sirat al-Mustaqim, is going to attract the attention of the whole majma towards the whole Sirat al-Mustaqim, and is going to leave out those people that want to be distinctive from others. For example, some people they in the Tabi'i time they stood up